What up, Nitro Nation? Well, as promised, it is finally time. It is time to see if Lance at RC Renew turned this pumpkin, the Alpha 28, I think it's a 5-port. It's not even a 7-port, it's only a 5-port. But anyway, see if he turned this thing into a beast. So if you guys want to see, we're going to run this thing next. When you get an engine modified, you don't have to re-break it in or anything like that. And this is something that I wanted to share with you guys. The modification has nothing to do with the break-in. So this thing has already been broken in. If you guys want to go watch my video, look through my videos. It's called Welcome New Family Member, which is when I first ran this thing. And you know, if you just stock engines don't do anything for me. I'm just going to keep it real. You know, I mean, you hear people talk about, oh, you know, they've got modded engines and they've got, you know, stock engines, and I've ran them all. I mean, I've probably got maybe a couple stock, if that. Just, you know, in the words of the great late, you know, legendary Mr. Za, he said the same thing. Stock engines do nothing for him. And I feel the same way after you've ran so many engines. Stock just does nothing for me. If you're into bashing, especially if you're into racing, then stock's great. Stock's awesome because that's what you're going to run. If you're a true, and I'm not saying that I am or not or whatever. I don't claim to be, you know, anything but an RC, you know, enthusiast. I don't even like to use the term bashing. I prefer to use a recreational RC enthusiast. That's what I am. Nitro enthusiast, because I don't do E-word. Bashing just seems so Neanderthal. But anyway, it is what it is. If you are a true basher, then why would you stock? If that does anything for, like I said, to each his own. If that does something pretty cool. Most people that I know and people that are bashers, they want ballistic, nasty, power, wheelie pulling, just everything. Okay, and I would think that anybody that's a true that claims to be quote unquote a true basher, that's all they would want, is just the nastiest, baddest power you can. Stock? Whatever. Stock is like I said, stock does, for me, this is just me personally, you know, I feel the same way as Mr. Za. Stock does nothing for me. So that's why, you know, but I run them stock and I, you know, see what they got. And we ran this. Like I said, go look at the video. It's called, Welcome New Family Member. You got to go back a ways. I think it was about a year ago that I got this engine. Got hooked up from a friend of mine, Ryan Lutz, you know, personally autographed the box, and I got a letter from him and everything. And he was pretty cool. Lance has told me if you're going to get an Alpha, make sure you get a pocket full, or you know, make sure you get a few connecting rods. I guess that's what they're known for, you know. I don't know, this is the first one I own, is this snapping connecting rod. So but he modded the hell out of this thing, and we're gonna see what it's got. But right now we're just gonna idle a tank to it. When you get it back, like I said, when you get them, after you get them modified, Lance recommends, and most modifiers will recommend, I know RW, RB, just, you don't have to break it in again. Just idle a couple tanks through it. I usually just idle 1, maybe 2 tanks through it. And then it's ready to rip. Then you just put it on the ground and rip it. So we're not, you're coming up after this. I'm not going to bore you. We're just going to fire it up right now. We're going to see how it sounds, see what it, you know, how it sounds like. And, you know, usually when you fire up an engine, and you know, especially after it's been modded, this is my experience because I've got, you know, probably 30 at least modded engines. I've got more modded engines than I know anybody. You know, I don't have, you know, 850, 100 engines or whatever like some people claim that they do, but I can tell you, and you know, prove me wrong, Muggy Maniac has probably more modified engines than anybody that I've ever known or anybody that I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, I've got over 30 modified engines because I own around between 30 and 40. I think I'm getting close to 40 now. Nitro engines, and all of them are modified. I don't have any stock. Stock is zero for me. So anyway, this is the Alpha 28 5-port. They call it the Alpha Plus. I thought about getting the 21 that's like this, but what for? I think they have another 28 like this. I don't know what the difference is. It looks a little bit different. But yeah, so we have it in the Associated. The Associated is ready to rock. We've got all the servos in. I got the Protec 130s in there. We went through the whole thing. I rebuilt this thing from the ground up. This is the Associated RC8T 3.2. And we'll go over the truck and everything later, because I have one more upgrade that I'm doing to it. But anyway, again, this video is just quick for the first fire of the modified, RCR modified. I think you can see it right there. Somewhere he etched it, I think. Is that it right there? RC Renew. I'm running the Works 2058. I don't know why I just decided to throw this on. This is a pretty badass pipe. This Works pipe has a the whole, from bottom to top, it's a really good pipe. I've only ran it on 21, so this is the first time running it on a 28. And speaking of Works, we got the B5 coming up. I've got the Pico that I got to break in, the R5R Team Edition, the new revisited Triton L3. I've got all kinds of engines coming your guys' way. So plus we got more Fiscal coming, MCD. Got my new big bore. That's going to be, the build on it will start in a couple weeks. It'll be my first big bore. So anyway, without further ado, let's fire this thing up. Give me a second here. Alright, see if I can do this with one hand. Get some gas, hold on. Let me step away so you guys can hear me. You know what? This thing just sounds different. I can just tell, because like I said, I broke this engine in stock, ran it, everything. This thing just sounds nasty. Well, I'm not going to bore you with it. I'm going to run a couple tanks through it. But I can tell you already, she sounds really healthy. So I can't wait to run this thing and see what she got. See if Lance gave her a pair of balls. Alright, people. That's all I got. Muggy's out. Catch you on the run of this thing. Peace. Alright, people. So here we are. Pico Boost. All broken down. Here's the head. Nothing too special. Louvered. Four bolt, 4 hex. Here's the back plate. I like the back plate. The back plate's pretty sick looking. Nice back plate, blue anodized. Match the head. Let's see, what do we got here? Carburetor. Pico carburetors are, they're decent. Very, I wouldn't say they're easy to tune. Picos are known for being real finicky. Like small increments of adjustments. Put it that way. Here's the sleeve. I believe it's a 5-port. Yep, this thing is brand new. Not a drop of fuel through this baby. Definitely is going to get modified by RC Renew.
There was no way.
So Lance is, when it comes to Picos, Lance is the Pico expert. He worked for them for, what, 3 or 4 years? So, if anybody knows Picos, Lance does. So, there's the sleeve. Piston. Now, I noticed the piston, the connecting rod, look at how there is no slop in that thing at all. That thing is like tight.
Yeah, I saw him try. I saw Ronald willing to
tight.
But
There's a virgin. Look at that.
He was done for the day. Yep. I think when that happened, he was able to actually enjoy himself.
Pretty oiled up. This engine is very, very oiled. Like a lot of lubricant in it, which is good. So, not a drop of fuel. Brand spanking new. So we got to break this baby in. Now, I didn't know the crank comes ramped. Silicone filled already. Which is kind of cool. But there isn't any timing on it, so Lance is going to do some work to this. It looks like it's, the end of it's DLC coated, but I don't know. Maybe that's just the metal. So, but the crank is ramped. But, so, it's a crank. Button head. The button heads on these Picos are 4 bolts that hold it on. So, I don't know. I haven't mic'd the shim, so I don't know what shim is in there, but I'm gonna leave it, not mess with it. And the block. Definitely going to eventually put ceramic. I don't know if it comes with ceramic. They look like they're ceramic bearings, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check out the specs. They look ceramic, but I don't know. If not, definitely this thing is getting front and rear ceramic bearings, because if you guys know or don't know, I put ceramic bearings on all my engines. Every engine that I own, I got probably, what, 40 engines now at least, are all ceramics. Why? Because Caesar Rossi, founder of Nova Rossi, he said the most important part of a nitro engine is the bearings. Which, I agree. I mean, the crank's spinning off it's spinning off the bearings, so if the bearings ain't good, and they ain't right, tight and right, and then that's when you throw connecting rods. So, anyway, so there you guys have it. There's the Pico Boost. We got the Bonito to break in. We got the Pico Boost to break in. I have hopefully another Nova Rossi engine coming that basically will be the holy grail of Nova Rossi engine. So, and stay tuned. We got a brand new fifth scale big bore coming to my channel in the next few weeks. So we got the 5B in the this is, what do I call this, nitro pad number 2. We've got the 5B. I brought the 5B with me out here, and we just got to replace the turnbuckle, and I'm gonna fire it up. I haven't ran the 5B in a while. The 5 billet 5B. So more nitro, more fifth scale. Stay tuned. That's all the Muggy's got. Anything I forgot? No, I don't think so. So, all right, people. Peace. I'm out.